Okay, so I'm finally doing my real first video, and I'm gonna explain to you the importance of this. I'm doing this to kind of get out of my shell. I'm more of an introvert. I kind of keep to myself and stuff. And recently, a situation has occurred where I've had to restart everything. I have to start up from scratch. House gone, car gone, good paying job gone, and a lot of people get kind of, I guess they get down on themselves. I'm the same. I'm the exact same way. You know, I was 27, 28, and I worked offshore. I got laid off. Half the company got laid off. Soon after, my car blew up. Couldn't find any more work. Bills started getting behind and stuff. And you know, when you're approaching 30, you start wondering if you can really start over. You know, especially somebody like me. You know, I didn't go to college and stuff like that because honestly, this day and age, does that really work? And that's what I kind of want to talk about. You know, back in the day, say in like the 50s, 60s, even the 70s, you know, it was, your life was kind of on a script of sorts. You know, you go through school, finish high school, you either go to college or you go to war, you know, or you start a family. And a lot of people, especially like in the South, they still carry on those ideals, like, you know, you have to go to college in order to be successful. Or you have to go to the military if you don't want to go to college. Or, you know, right after school, you either start a family and stuff like that. And honestly, I think those days of thinking like that is just kind of outdated. And I apologize for the wind. You know, I decided to just come outside. It was nice, clear out, lighting was good. So anyway. But yeah, I think those ways of thinking that you have to do these certain things are kind of outdated, simply because of the world that we live in. You know, the world and technology is steadily progressing, but people really don't want to progress with it. They think that you have to do this thing. You know, you're fresh out of college, or I should say you're fresh out of high school, and then you jump straight into college. So why are you starting off your life in debt for a job you might get? You know, think of all the people going to college for the same subject, you know, accounting or being a lawyer or just a doctor or some shit. You know, that's a lot of fucking people that are in the same boat as you. You know, they all want that job. They all want to get that spot and take it from you, essentially. So now you're in competition right off the bat. You have really no life experience because you're straight out of high school. So what makes you better than this person? Because you got straight A's, well, they got straight A's too. Perfect GPA, well, they got the same thing. You know, you got recommendation letters from, you know, your counselors and your principals and stuff. Well, so do they. So it's an even playing field, but it's not playing in your personal favor. And that's where I think a lot of the problems are coming from. Now, here's a good example for you. Okay, you're fresh out of high school. You got accepted to the college of your choice. Congrats. And mind you, I'm not saying in any way that going to school is a bad idea. If you want to further your education, I say go for it. If that's really what you want, then fucking do it. But if you're being spoon-fed this story that, you know, you have to go to school, you have to do this, you know, this day and age, you do not have to do that. Look at some of the richest people in the world. They didn't do that. You know, they didn't start their life off in debt and all the stress that comes from having to study for exams late at night and killing yourself for a job you might get. Back in the day, it may have been easier. Back in the day, you finish high school, you go to college, get your degree, and then boom, you're right into a job. But these days, you finish high school, get your degree, and now you're on a waiting list for that job. People fail to see the potential in themselves. You know, you don't need an education to be great. You don't, and the proof is all around you. I bet you anybody watching this video has been on Facebook today. Well, Mark Zuckerberg made Facebook while in college and then left college because boy started making money. He became popular, he became famous, he became successful, and that's the main thing I'm trying to get across in my first video. You know, I've been thinking about doing a whole YouTube thing for like the longest time, but I don't know, I was dragging my ass. It's easy for me to become unmotivated. I always need either somebody to help drive me or just to kick myself in the ass and just finally do it. And so now I'm finally doing it. And my own goals and aspirations, now that I've had to start over, like, I've started over to the point to where I had to move back home with my folks. I just turned 30 last month, and I'm starting over from scratch. No car, no good job, no house of my own. I'm starting over from scratch. And for the longest time, I was down about it. I honestly was. You know, I hated the fact of having to move back home with my folks, but luckily for me, I had that option. You know, I'd rather move back home with my folks than on the street with the bums. You know, I just didn't want to go that route. So I bit the bullet and I did it. And I don't regret it, because now that I have that life experience that you don't have when you come straight out of high school, or come straight out of high school, straight into college, and then you're into the real world, I have a lot more experience. I have a lot more knowledge of what's going on and what I should and shouldn't be doing. And so on a second go around, I firmly believe that I can do much better for myself. I have a better direction of what I want to do. You know, I love automotive stuff. I love pretty much everything. But my main things is automotive type things, and of course, anime, because I'm a big nerd. But luckily, when I moved down here, a friend of mine that also lived in my old hometown, he recently moved down as well. We both have the same hobbies and interests and goals and stuff like that. So now we're working together. You know, it's a tight-knit group, because I keep my circle small. You know, I don't mess with everybody out there, because the more people you have in your corner, one of them's gonna stab you in the back. So I keep my circle small, and so now me and him, you know, we plan on opening up a shop. Maybe not a shop for like commercial use, like, you know, we're working on people's cars, but at least we're doing our own thing. And that's also one of the biggest reasons why I call my channel what it is, you know, Zealous. It's okay to be zealous. It's okay to have energy. You know, if people say, oh, you know, you're doing too much, fuck no. You can always do more. You can always be zealous. You can always be ambitious. Just whatever it takes for you to be motivated, do it. Don't let what anybody else says affect you. Don't let anybody say, well, you don't have a college degree, you're gonna fail. Don't listen to it. Don't say, oh, you don't even have a diploma. Don't listen to it. You know, whatever the naysayers are gonna say, just ignore it. Because no matter what, you're gonna have haters. You're gonna have people that's gonna doubt you every step. And the biggest payoff is gonna be able to put it back in their face and be like, look, everything you said that I couldn't do, I did it. And then some. So don't let people that are down on themselves and try to bring others down with them bring you down. Please don't do that. And I struggled with that for a long time. I would let people tear me down and stuff. So finally, I just said, fuck it. I just stopped listening. I just stopped giving a fuck. And honestly, that's what you have to do. You have to stop giving a fuck. So I appreciate you coming along. I appreciate you watching. And I really appreciate if you continue to watch me. Watch my progress. Hopefully I keep up with it. I'm sure this will help motivate me to do it, but I want to keep going with it. I want to keep updating. I don't really think I'm going to have like a upload schedule, but I'm going to be fairly consistent. Even if each video get one view, I don't give a damn. I'm going to be consistent. And this is part of me rebuilding myself. So thank you.